Hi guys, how are we doing today? Well, if you have read the title of the video, this is the unboxing of my newest copy of Black Suit Men. So let me just show you that we have volume 1, or I'm actually just changing the name to Handbook number 1 because of story relevance to the story, you know. It's a handbook number 1. And we have handbook number 2. You can see that, right? Or you can call it volume 2, which maybe in the near future I'll be changing it to handbooks. Right? We have this little short issue. This is still available on lulu.com or any bookstore I put this on. It is just a shorter version of volume 2 I made earlier. Right? You get chapters 9 and 10, so I'm leaving that in the bookstore. And for number 1, this is what it looks like. This is the first edition. Not really, I don't think you can really get this anymore because I've actually just went over it like again and again. But here we come to the newest package. This is handbook number 3. And we're going to see what's inside. So, where is my handy knife? I don't know. Here we go. So, if you've been keeping up with the Black Suit Men series, you would know that you can find this on the web, you know, and you can read up to a lot of chapters. But we're going to get to the volume 3 and see what's inside. So, here we go. Black Suit Men, handbook number 3. It says right there, alright. If you guys can see it, it says handbook number 3. Alright, it says my name, Kevin Williams, and lulu.com. We have the back blurb. The blurb on the back, the little synopsis. We have the same thing it says as the whole story. Maybe I'll change it in the future when the story starts ramping up. And we have what's going on in this chapter. We have the barcode, and we have Lulu. So, I'm actually pretty proud of this chapter. I think I really improved from what I've done before. I mean, you have to start somewhere, right? So, you know, look at this. I mean, trying to do full pages, bad spelling, a lot of stuff. I mean, this is the first edition. I had to go over and review it like a couple hundred times. Come on. So, we have everything here, a lot of stories. Then, you know, you get to volume 2, and you're feeling real confident about yourself. You're feeling that, hey, I can do this. You know, I got past the first hurdles. I can do it again. So, we get to volume 2. And as you can see here, you know, everything is kind of holding on to its sides of the pages. One of the things I did have problems with is just trying to size the pages to fit the book. I believe that's my fault because I just couldn't figure it out. Did I solve the problem? Possibly, but I know that it's still legible. You can still read it. So that's volume 2. Issue number 1, 9 and 10, which is just number 1. Like is number 1. We open up to this page, which is a new thing I was doing. I learned from mangas. Not sure if you guys can see that, but let me see. Alright, so we have this thing that, you know, that tells you what's going on in the story, the characters, and everything. And I'm not sure if I learned from my mistake, but still on the edges, alright, to fit the book. And now we come to this one. Alright, so we go. Oh, and the spines are all different too. If you can see with every issue. I was just trying to figure out an experiment with like how to get this thing working. I think I've actually finally come to the, you know what they say, the third try is what matters. I think I finally got to that. Alright. And if you just, I don't think there is, just, oh, and if you do order a book, you get this nice, or maybe that just comes through email. Should be like a thank you note. But this one is 210 pages. The other ones are 180 and maybe 181, and then the small one, the short. So let's see what's in this bad boy. Okay. All right, fresh seal. I thought they would, send it in like 2 different bags, because I was like, okay, I want to keep one and preserve. Alright, so let's see what's in this one. Did I get better? Well, let's review it together. Alright. So how do you feel? That's still the first chapter of it. And we have more. Okay. Well, I could have actually done a little better. It's not close to the edge. Don't push me. Yeah. Pretty okay with this one. Yeah, one of the things I was really scared of is that it'd be so close to the edge that there'd be like no way it would show up on the sides, because most of the mangas I've read and stories I've seen, they're books, there's like the pages you can see to the side, and it's like right on the cusp of the borders of the page. And I was like to myself, well, I kind of want to have that kind of feeling, because here's Attack on Titan. If you can see that there is the ink on the side of the page, where like the pages would end and it would be close. But for me, because I'm an amateur and I can't match up with anyone else, I tried my best. I'm going to keep on trying, but knowing that I'm trying and gonna keep trying, and I can't really get this kind of thing. Like Lulu doesn't really print sizes like manga sizes like this, so that's also a problem. You can get pocketbooks, which are just much more smaller in size. It's just like half the size of here, and I was like, I did print off some, and I said, hey, that's good, but it didn't really help me out. So you get volume 3. Or handbook number 3. What else do you guys need to show? Is there any bonuses? Well, I changed up the logo from the previous ones. If you've actually seen the previous copies, the logo's changed to be more modernized, and I had to thank Curtis for shout out to Curtis for or Gaijin for making my logo and making it stand out, and I had the idea to actually make it much better. Let's see if I can actually find it in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, there is a bonus in here, but I'm not going to show you guys. I forgot. Let's see. Where did he mostly help out? I want to also thank the people for certain friends for memeing out my work. It's really funny when I look at it now. It's just like, wow, it has really memeable faces. Where can I find it? It's one of the chapters. I'm gonna try to make this fast. Oh, you know what? I don't know. Let me see if I actually made a cover for this page. It's going to be here. It's going to be at the beginning of I think it's going to be at the beginning. Oh, yes. Yeah, so right here, that's the logo right here. If you can see it on my fingers. Yeah, he helped redesign the logo of Black Cement, so that's a nice look for it. So I said, I'm going to add it to this chapter, since it was the latest chapter of it, chapter 14. Alright, well, that seems like it came out nicely. I have no problem with it. The pages, this is, I think I'm getting actually better at this work. Okay. The problem is, I think I'm still having with this, is that, I'm not, because I was being cautious that this page, like, I didn't understand the math of making the pages, like which one's going to fall into the margin or into the dead space. I was like, okay, well, I'll just do it for all pages. So But in the end, it still came out nicely in how it was really prepped. The dead space is like an inch, so there's not much. There's not much being cut off this time. So I'm actually proud of this book, how it turned out, and it came early too, before Good Friday. So that's Black Suit Men Volume 3. So you get. So you get Volume 1, right? Volume 2, and Volume 3. Now, I'm proud of myself for actually going this far. And I thank my family, friends, and those who have supported me. So now I got 4 books of Black Suit Men. Now, I don't know how long I would have to go, but, you know, I've had a great journey. And I gotta find a way to spread the word. So, thanks for watching, and my name is Kevin Williams, Cool Cartoonist, and I thank you for watching this video on Black Suit Men Volume 3. Yeah, got it, nailed it.